guys, what's up? It's Joe Raiti from Raiti's Rides. You are not watching the Weather Channel. We are here in super weather storm Encinitas, California. But you know what? The rain ain't gonna stop us. The show must go on. And we're here all about this vehicle. What is it? This is the first look of the 2023 Lexus RZ 450e. This one is a premium trim. But before we get into this first ever BEV, battery electric vehicle from Lexus, let's talk about what's going on here. Lots of changes in the industry, especially with electrification, and many of the different brands are saying that they have the secret recipe and the special sauce for EV success. Well, guess what? Lexus has been waiting, and now they're ready to show their hand with this RZ. This is a compact crossover SUV about the size of a Lexus NX when it comes to overall dimensions, but it's got the wheelbase of the larger RX. So very interesting how they have that set up. What I want to find out at the end of the day, is this luxury crossover SUV worth the price? Let's go ahead, let's dive in and find out. Right off the bat, the color. Ether, unique to the Lexus RZ. You can't get it on any other model. Let me know how you feel about that color. Angles. This thing is about angles. I love the sharp angles up front, on the side of the fender, on the top portion. And then what's cool is that they actually started off designing a two-door sports car, and this is what it kind of morphed into. So let me know how you feel about the overall style so far with what you see. Now, when it comes to what you're getting for the money, this is your entry trim. There's two trims, premium, which is what ours is, and luxury. No matter what trim you go with, check it out. You got full LED lighting, headlight, daytime running lamp, and turn signals, all nicely nestled in that headlight housing. You have these triangular painted, they're not gloss black, it's actually a metallic dark gray finish, like a gunmetal gray finish, painted on the premium trim. And we do have some functionality from those corner air intakes. Now, as we come across the front of the RZ, you're not going to see a spindle grille. What you do have is the first ever spindle body. So you have that trapezoid shape where normally you would have the grille, but what they did was they created these ridges which act as vortex generators to clean up the air, but give us that spindle body shape. On the premium trim, you do get a forward-facing camera, and I love the way that the Lexus badge illuminates. I'll wipe the rainwater away, illuminates at night, and what it also does is it will illuminate when you're charging. It will tell you how much charge is been done to your RZ, so you don't have to open up the door and look inside. Now, when you get up onto the hood, you'll notice that familiar body line, and then you'll also see how they did, and I'll get this rainwater out of the way for you, great aero style to get the air up and over the windshield and roof. Now, as we come around the bend, two different trims, two different wheel sizes. What do we got on our premium? This is your 18-inch wheel. Machine aluminum V's all the way around. I like the way they brought some of that ridge from the spindle body onto the wheel. Gunmetal metallic gray. And if you're wondering, well, Joe, what's the size of the tire? The rubber donut wrapped around this thing, 235 on the width, and a meaty 60 series sidewall. The other wheel is a 20-inch wheel, so 2 inches larger in diameter. All models, premium and luxury, get this satin gloss painted fender opening. Let me know how you feel about that in the comment section. And then, of course, we have our charge port door. So you're gonna easily open it right here. That's where you're gonna plug in. And like I said, that Lexus badge illuminates to let you know how much charge you have left to go to get to full charge with this RZ, and it closes up nicely. Another thing I like, and I wanna get your input on, is the concave shape that they brought to the fender into the door. We have, of course, gloss black on the mirror caps, LED turn signals, and they decided to just do gloss black along the top, and all RZs get a glass panoramic roof. Not an opening, but it's a glass panoramic roof. You have a two-tone style on the door handle. Love the way they did that lower sill extension. with that arrow that kicks it back towards the rear of the vehicle. And then this is really where it all comes together. Check this out. Lori's gonna swing around and just show the sexiness. I can't believe I'm saying that on an electric vehicle, of this rear fender, especially the top of the passenger door into the rear fender area, how it flattens out. And then you have this nice metallic gray painted rear quarter here flying into the fender. Nice sharp design, the LED lighting all the way across. Look at that, turn signals, brake lights, and reverse lights. The Zonkers, you do have some non-functional vents on the corner, but I do like the way they did the aggressive style. And then of course, you're probably saying, well, Joe, what are these things? Are they horns? No, these are vortex generators. Instead of having one solid rear spoiler, that could cause lift when there's a crosswind. This actually gives you the downforce, but you don't have to worry about lift. And that's important when it comes to aerodynamics on an EV especially. The back window does not have a wiper. It's not needed. You actually have the air comes down just like my hand and does that and cleans it right off. So nice the way they worked in that aero work. We have our badge, RZ450E Direct 4. What does that mean? That means we have two electric motors, one up front, one out back, to give us all-wheel drive. And then you'll notice that same great satin black finish on the lower portion of the bumper. Really super clean, but why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and talk horsepower of this RZ. All right guys, we got the hood popped. Underneath the hood, there is no front mounted trunk. Let me know how you feel about that. And you do get to see the front electric motor and a massive strut tower brace that they beef up the front end of the vehicle. But what are we talking about power-wise? Now, no matter if you go with the premium or the luxury, the great news is you're getting the same power. Two electric motors, 308 horsepower. You have a lithium ion battery pack that has a 71.4 kilowatt per hour capacity. 0 to 60 in 5 seconds flat. The vehicle weighs 5,820 pounds. In your premium, your range is 220 miles. That equates to 115 mpges in the city and 98 mpges on the highway. If you're wondering about charge, if you use a DC fast charger, 20% to 80% in 30 minutes. If you're using a level 2 at home, it's gonna take 9 to 12 hours. You do have a new range mode, and we have, of course, the e-axle system, and this is on the ETNGA platform. So let me know what you think about the range on this vehicle and those other numbers. But why don't we go ahead, let's turn it on and see it in motion. All right, guys, we're inside this 2023 RZ 450E Premium. I know you're saying to yourself, well, Joe, I think I'm gonna be buying a BEV. I'm trying to be cool like you in the industry and use the acronyms, BEV, battery electric vehicle. I want one, I want it to be luxury. I looked at Volvo, I looked at Audi, I looked at Mercedes-Benz. I'm digging this Lexus. How much is it? Very good question. So if you were to look at, say, your Audi e-tron, you could go anywhere from $50,000 all the way up to $80,000. This particular Lexus RZ 450E, the premium, starts at $53,000. And I think that's gonna surprise you once I show you what's on the interior. Ours has a few options, things like a digital rearview mirror. So it is optioned up to an MSRP of $61,000. Let's see what you get, and is it worth the price? To the door panels, you're gonna notice that two-tone style, dark, soft touch material. Everything is sustainable. So they're trying to make things more sustainable. So you're not gonna find some of the familiar finishes in other Lexus products, but they did a bang up job with the style. You have this Palomino, it's not tan, it's Palomino, like a Palomino horse. Nicely done to break up the style of the door panel. You have some white contrast stitching and I like the way there's no gloss black around the switchgear. Now, here's a little fun fact. Since we're talking about Palomino and Palomino horses, believe it or not, you know how you measure the height of a horse? In hands, by hands. Now, in that door pocket, it's a little tight, so you might be able to store the 2 good luck horseshoes your grandfather gave you back when you were on his farm in there, and a bottle of fresh squeezed milk from one of his cows. That's about it. Going from the door panel in that tight pocket to the dash, the style, very clean, very unique compared to the Toyota BZ4X. Like I was saying, sustainable materials, nice and soft. You do have some cloth on the bottom of the dash on the passenger side and the driver's side. The reason why is that there's no glove compartment. That's first of all. It's for radiant heating. So instead of just using the heat coming out of your AC vents, the radiant heat exists to warm you up. And the best part is it's not going to make a large drain on the battery to try to extend that range. But I'll show you where you'll put your gloves and other items that normally you would put in your glove box in a second. Now, as you slide in, standard, you're going to get a 14-inch infotainment system. So nice large infotainment system. I like the way they integrate the AC vents, that power on button. This system is the same exact Lexus system we've shown to you in the NX, the RX, and all the Toyota vehicles, the new Tundra, Tacoma that's coming up and everything else. Very, very easy to use, very fast reacting. And if you want to see more in depth, you can watch one of my other Lexus reviews. We go in all the touches. Now, on March 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern time, mark your calendar because we're going to hit this button here. I'm going to show you how this drives with the all-wheel drive system, the dual motors, and we got our different modes, including the new range extending mode. On top of Eco, that's new for this vehicle, and then you're right back. Throw it into reverse. You can see how clear the resolution is. They really worked on that. You got full trajectory, and it's so clear you could actually watch Raiti's rides on that screen. Now, working your way down, standard, heated seats, ventilated seats, both 3 stages, 2 stages of heated steering wheel, which is great. And then, of course, you have your dual climate control, a real volume knob. The one zonk is we have to hit the screen to control the rest of the AC settings. But the good news is 3 USB-Cs, wireless charging, and then down below is where you're going to put your sets of gloves, your purse. You could put 2 California calzones down here. Ham-filled with pineapple, 2 of them down there, 2 cup holders. You got your Lexus key fob, lock, unlock, turn it around. There's your Lexus badge. We're in car number 4. This is for your direct drive to go into drive, reverse, neutral. If you notice, I don't have to crank it like a wind-up toy. You just twist and it goes into that area, right back in the park. The one zonk is I wish this was metal. It's actually plastic, not my favorite. Electric e-brake, shut the traction control off. Nice soft material on the armrest. I could open it for me. I could also open it for you, and you have your special RZ polishing cloth. So this is where you can clean the panoramic roof. I could clean my mirror. I could wipe my face, and then we could throw it back in there. Seats, more Palomino, baby. Love that material. Not leather, sustainable. Nice bolstering, full electric assist for the passenger and the driver. And then like I pointed out, we have that standard panoramic glass roof. You can option where you can make it turn opaque, all by the press of a button like we showed you in the Toyota Venza. That's an option. And this is also an option. Digital rear view mirror, check that out. I could tell how much tread he has left on his truck tires there. He needs to get them replaced very soon. But that's how clear the graphics are in that. Come on over to the business end. I want to show you behind the wheel in this new RZ 450e. All right, guys, business time behind the wheel. You do have a simple aluminum sill plate. There's a little bug there. Get that bug out of here. That's extra. Would be nice if it lit up LED. Of course, we got our seat controls, easy to get to. I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm telling you, even though this is shorter than an NX, it actually has tons of room in here. Wait until we get into the back seat. Steering wheel, nice soft leather, familiar Lexus design, flat gray on the buttons. These paddles are for the different levels of regen braking, and we have a power tilting and telescoping steering wheel, and 3 memory seat settings, which is a nice touch. And then you're gonna have that large digital display in the center. What's cool about it, when you go into your different modes, it actually changes the display. And that gives you your range, your mileage, your speed, all your safety features. And then on top of that, you have a large 10-inch head-up display, all on the standard performance trim. But why don't we get into the back seat and see if I'm lying about that space for your passengers in the RZ. All right, guys, back seat time. And what's great is with the amount of space in the rear seat, you could actually fit 3 full-grown cowboys back here, right from Texas. Lots of headroom with that panoramic glass roof. Large pockets, easily put a couple sets of spurs, maybe even a nice large Texas belt buckle in there. Of course, we got 2 AC vents, 2 USB-Cs, and even a 12 volt. So they got you covered connectivity-wise. I love the flat floor. That's gonna allow those that have larger boots, those cowboy boots, to not get hung up in the back seat area like you're getting wrangled. And then of course, seat material and everything else feels really good back here. And you know what? If you only have 2 cowboys back here, then you get this nice Charmin soft armrest with 2 cup holders for some of that fresh squeezed milk from your grandfather's cow. But why don't we go ahead, let's get that cargo area and see what we could haul in this RZ. All right, guys, the wind is picking up. I'm about to be blown away here, but you know what? I think you might be blown away by this RZ when you see it in person. If you're wondering how do you open it, it does have that ability where you could just swipe your foot underneath the door. You gotta have your key fob in your pocket though, but to do it the old-fashioned way, X marks the spot. Just like the buried treasure when you were watching Goonies, you hit that button, opens up, nice quick pace. I wanna show you something. You actually have 2 sets of buttons up top. The button with the lock is when you're getting all your saddles for your Palomino horses out. You hit this, you have 30 seconds to get away from the vehicle. It will close the hatch and lock it up so you don't have to put those really expensive saddles on the floor or in the dirt. But let's see what we got going on here. You have a very low cargo loading floor. I like the way they put the aluminum here, just like the aluminum on your silver spurs, on your boots. And then one thing you'll notice is you have this width, and they put these nooks here. Let's say that you're the type of cowboy that when you have some time off, you like to play around a golf. You love Tiger Woods, you love what he's all about. You could actually fit, they did this on purpose, a full set of Callaway golf clubs will fit in this back area for when you're ready to go play golf. Of course, the seats fit a lot of different size items. Plus, when you fold them down, it's a 60-40 split. They fold down, I will show you that when we do the drive coming up. And then underneath, check it out. Large cargo area, plus you have all your charging accessories, but I want to show you a cool trick. This is obviously the security shade. Watch how easy it is to just take off. Some of these are so cumbersome. Now watch this, you ready? Abracadabra, alakazam, folds. And then you know how a lot of times you have like nowhere to put it? Voila, done. Hidden underneath the cargo floor. Like the way they have that set up. Now I know you're ready for that first drive. I want to show it to you, I really do. But here's what you got to do. Set your sundial, get your alarm clock. Heck, tattoo it on your freaking arm. March 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern time. We're going first drive with all the different trims of the RZ, including the steer-by-wire with the yoke. But why don't we go ahead? We need to wrap it up because talking about yokes, I promised Lori a nice scrambled egg breakfast. Let's wrap it up here from Encinitas. All right, guys, the rain's coming down. Like I said, the show must go on. Stay tuned. March 13th, 7 a.m. Eastern time for the first drive of the RZ. Definitely got to thank everybody at Lexus. Let me know, is it worth the price to you so far? What you've seen with this new SUV? Let me know in the comment section. But if you're new to the channel, you're on your way out, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raiti's Rides family. We got to, of course, thank the camera person of the year, filming in the rain no matter what. Lori working that camera like a champ. Thank you, Lord, for all that you do. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.